You do not calculate them, even if a woman has a regular menstrual cycle. Calculating, counting days is never reliable enough in itself, as the moment of ovulation, being fertile, can vary. Even with a regular cycle. Regular means a few days variation around an average number of days. Then you can still have outliers, like late ovulation, making you fertile on say day 20. If you have a regular cycle and experience symptoms of ovulation, you might be able to determine safe days. It works for me, I rarely use it though. But I don't take chances and only count everything that comes between 4 days after my last day of ovulation symptoms in the next period as safe. So not the period itself or any days after that, as ovulation might be early. If you have a very irregular cycle, that makes it harder to interpret eventual symptoms. Only using certified temperature measuring methods combined with active symptom checking, cervix line, might provide some degree of reliability here. But even then it gets much harder to interpret with an irregular cycle and possible hormone imbalance. There are devices and apps that you can buy for this, like Ladycom, Daysai or Persona devices. On natural cycles, the thing I have against these temperature control methods is that body temperature can be a fickle thing, sensitive to environment and drugs, alcohol intake the day before. And you will need to measure it at the same moment of each day, while you are still in bed, for it to be accurate. No matter if there are magic words like science, nuclear physicist, and mathematics behind the most sophisticated algorithm ever, it's still a mathematical model which cannot take into account everything and works by assuming an ideal situation. I would not trust a device telling me yes or no without any other information, or without being able to keep track of other symptoms, or without having any idea what's going on myself. In theory, temperature is a very accurate way to determine fertility, but I wouldn't want to go by it. That's my personal advice. And then I am not a fan of more widely used hormonal methods and prefer condoms myself, taking responsibility during the act without having to permanently be on medication. Most others will just advise hormonal methods or a copper IUD, as those are really proven to be effective and also help with irregularity in the cycle, by forcing you to be regular in case of the pill or ring, or by possibly eliminating periods altogether. Whichever you prefer, please use a confirmed method and don't go counting days because it's the easy way out. You will regret it one day. It's not very good. I recommend you ditch relying only on a calendar. For couples who like to naturally plan pregnancies or avoid them, natural family planning is very effective when the female is consistent in her tracking and understands the method. A female would need to track her period, her cervical mucus every day, and her basal body temperature every single morning. Kindara is a great app that combines all this information and makes educated guesses about fertile and non-fertile days. A couple should not rely on this method solely until the tracking has been going on for a few months, and a pattern is clear. Also, this answer by itself does not contain enough information. I would recommend both the female and a male spend time studying natural family planning. More than 8 weeks. These instructions are for a pregnancy that is up to 12 weeks, 84 days. Based on the recommendations of the World Health Organization, after 12 weeks, there is a higher chance of a complication and the medicines are used differently. You need 12 pills of 200 micrograms each. One put 4 pills of 200 micrograms, in total 8 OOMILLICENTIGRAM misoprostol under the tongue. Do not swallow the pills for at least 30 minutes until the tablets are dissolved. You can swallow saliva, but not the pills. After 30 minutes it is okay to swallow what remains of the pills. 2. After 3 hours, put another 4 pills of misoprostol under the tongue. Do not swallow the pills for at least 30 minutes, until the tablets are dissolved. 3. After 3 hours, put another 4 pills of misoprostol under the tongue again for a third time. Do not swallow the pills for at least 30 minutes, until the tablets are dissolved. In between the doses of misoprostol, you can eat and drink normally.